And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Kawhi Leonard.
And the one thing that he'll be looking to change is the downturn in his three-point percentage. It's taken a hit here the last 10 games. I know he's putting in extra work to get that rhythm back.
A look at the Bulls starting lineup. We've got Donovan Clingan. Okongwu is out there with Jackson. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's George in at the 2. And for Los Angeles, Cameron Johnson is out there with Derek Lively. Then there's Christian Brown. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Doncic in at the 1. So, Greg, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
Now, here is George. Clock at 4, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Doncic against LaVine. Kicks it out to Leonard. Off target with his 3. Johnson against LaVine. Outside Jackson. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Clingan. And he overshot that one, missing. Now the Clippers with it. And stolen by Okongwu. To the paint. Stolen by Brown. Inside. And finished off by Lively.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Pass to Brown. Back to Doncic. Here's Brown. Leonard on the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Doncic. Guarded by LaVine. And it's Doncic missing. And here are the Bulls now. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Jackson drives in, lays it up, and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And it's Leonard missing. Bulls have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Pass to LaVine. It's tipped. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's just a great job of finishing by Clingan.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Clingan no good on that one.
And simply put, Donovan Clingan is a winner. 2 national titles in 2 college seasons. He can really affect a game at that size.
Pass to Doncic. Johnson the screen to end the run. It's all in by the Bulls. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. So, for the Clippers, Matkovic is checked in, and Zion Williamson subbed in for Leonard. Here's Williamson. He had 15 points last outing. Pass to Johnson. Here's Brown. There's Williamson with the three. And here's Doncic from the arc. They get the rebound. Now Brown. And here is Doncic. And the three ball is good.
And we know Doncic has limitless range, but for him, it's about becoming more consistent from deep.
One thing you can say about this Clippers organization, GA, resources will never be a problem.
Yeah, passionate and deep-pocketed leadership. You throw in the market size, and even if they're not the glamour franchise in L.A., they're no longer resigned to second fiddle.
Williamson outside. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
To the middle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Bulls leading by 6. Outside Jackson. Levine deciding where to go with it. The shot by George, wide open. A three-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
They get it again. Here's Williamson. Takes it off the glass.
A bowling ball on the glass. Williamson's big body is so difficult to box out.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I wondered what Coach has in store for PG tonight. Hopefully a low-scoring game, Coach joked, going on to say, we'll throw some aggressive defenses his way, but we also have to play him well when he's off the ball. It's a tricky assignment, so Coach is aware this is going to be a challenge for his team. Back over to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it, but hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
And that one misses.
Eye-popping talent from Doncic. We don't see many players with his size and skill set.
Buzelis is checked in for Jackson. He hits the second from the line. And it's the Bulls with the ball. 6-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, not a fan of moral victories, but that game in a lot of ways was a confidence booster for them because they really didn't have it that night and yet still had a chance.
Yeah, those are the losses you can't worry too much about. You gave it everything you had, just time to move on.
And stolen by Okongwu. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Well, the defense has to know Okongwu isn't going to back off them. He's ready to get physical inside.
He hits both from the stripe. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Clippers, trailing here by 8, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
Well, truth be told, they got punked on the glass. That was the difference in the game.
Pass to Brown. Here's Matkovic. Now, here's Doncic. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Brown's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 8. Here's Levine. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, I question getting into Levine that much because you know he can do this to you.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Well, you love to have a shooter like Levine on your roster. The defense has to cover a lot more ground when he's on the floor.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Pass to Okongwu. Outside Levine. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Takes a step back. In the corner, it's Brown. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And now just a 5-point Bulls lead.
Well, that's one of the things they like to do with Brown. Work him off ball.
Levine kicks to Okongwu. Pass to George. Shoots the 3. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And a moment here to highlight some of the best and brightest from beyond the stripe. Christian Braun, 3rd.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Clippers shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Back to Doncic. Five to shoot. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. The Bulls also changing it up. Isaiah Jackson comes in for Klingon. And it's Colin Sexton in for Levine. Bulls leading by 3. Pass to Okongwu. And here's George for 3. And Lively pulls it down. Here's the Clippers. They've got an 8-0 run. Now, here's Nesmith. Covered by Okongwu. And here's Leonard. Over Buzelis. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Payton. And it's now only a 1-point Chicago lead. Pass to Buzelis. Now, here's George. Sexton for 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Clippers have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Payton with a screen on George. Aldama passes to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Aldama, and it's blocked.
Making good use of his length, Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. A look at Chicago. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs.
Checking out Chicago, this season has been, it's been solid, but they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team can take it to another level if they get rolling.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Clippers with the ball. They trail by 1. Pass to Nesmith. Now Leonard. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Sexton on the wing. Covered by Payton. Down low. Deflects the pass. Now Buzelis. Just 5 to shoot. George, that's a 2-pointer. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
So fluid on the floor. Leonard sets the screen and then immediately finds an opening to score.
Pass to Buzelis. Jackson kicks to Sexton. With the step back, George. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. George has got 10 points in the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Leonard finds Nesmith. 3-pointer. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's George. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Solid play there from PG. Absorbing the contact, but staying with that shot for the and one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Outside Leonard puts one up from 19. The rebound by Paul George.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Here's the 3. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Sexton against Payton. Pass to Lively. Now Nesmith. Now Lively, guarded by Jackson. And the Clippers miss again. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Chicago. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Nesmith is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Johnson, and it's Matkovic in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And in terms of efficiency, Greg, very little has changed with Kawhi Leonard.
In multiple years, he's been close to making the 50-40-90 club. A high-usage player who gets to his spots and also takes great care of the ball.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can.
Oh, Leonard with authority.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Pass to Nesmith. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And here is Johnson, guarded by Jackson. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They've led by as many as 11 points. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Outside, Levine. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers trail by 7. Pass to Nesmith. Kicks it out to Leonard. Leonard, so dangerous from deep.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And they double up Doncic. Launches it. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Williamson is checked in for the Clippers. The second half of the season has seen a ton of assists from this group of players who are the top passers since the All-Star break. 5th is Luka Doncic.
Wow, he's taken his passing to a whole new level. His court awareness has really improved as we've gotten deeper into the season.
Pass to Buzelis. Outside, Sexton. Banked in off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Gonna have to do more than that to knock Sexton off his block. Collin is a determined scorer.
To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Sexton. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. The 3 for Doncic. Rebounded by Jackson. The Bulls leading by 3. Claxton on the wing. Guarded by Doncic.
The anticipation is there for Luka on defense.
Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Buzelis. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Good on the bucket. Every coach has their own philosophy, but Stan, you were telling me that it might not always align with their team style of play.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think there's a difference between philosophy and style of play. And I think what you have to understand, philosophy are those immutable things that you think will win games regardless of the style. So that'll never change. But your style has to be fitted to your personnel.
And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker, but Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
That free throw good from Williamson.
Well, the bottom line is this. When Zion Williamson is healthy, he is very tough for defenses to handle. You have to be very clear on your plan or he'll destroy you.
Jalen Smith, he's checked in for the Clippers. Christian Brown comes in for Nesmith. And then for Chicago, Donovan Clingan comes in for Isaiah Jackson. And it's Paul George in for Sexton.
And you look at Zion. His combination of size, speed, and strength can be extremely difficult for a defense to have to deal with.
Outside, George. And Brown pulls it down. The Clippers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now.
Right through his man. Smith bullying his way for 2.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Luka Doncic.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Chicago trailing here. Pass to Buzelis. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Back to Doncic. Doncic knocks in the 3.
And Doncic used to creating kind of a luxury for him to simply catch and shoot.
Outside Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
For Chicago, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Free throw good. Klingon. Drops them both. LA has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's Brown. Klingon with the block.
And at 7'2", Klingon is a huge shot blocking threat. Guys have got to be careful when he's around.
George finds Klingon over Smith. And the Bulls with another miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Pass to Williamson. On the wing, Johnson for 3. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, the playmaking of Zion is a bit underrated. He created that 3 with the kickout pass.
Bulls trail by 3. Outside Jackson. Now Levine. From deep, George. Kept alive. Here's Klingon. And the rejection by Smith.
When Smith is out there, that is what this team needs from him. Rim protection. Look out below. Zion came flying in to finish that alley-oop.
Pass to Buzelis. And here's George for 3. And it's Klingon with the jam.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Doncic, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Pass to Buzelis. And here's George for 3. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
And timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
A different look for the Clippers. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Smith. Leonard comes in for Johnson. And it's Peyton in for Luka Doncic. Chicago also making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Buzelis. And it's Sexton in for G.G. Jackson. Off the inbound pass. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about the elevation from Brown there? He really gets up quick to throw it down.
And George, here we go. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Leonard finagling one in close.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Here's Klingon. This is it off the right side of the rim. Los Angeles has gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Pass to Williamson. Six on the shot clock. No one near Payton as he lets it go. No good from outside. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Bean passes to George. Outside, Sexton. Pass to Klingon. Over Payton. And there's Klingon. That's good on the assist by Sexton. Klingon's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
They grabbed their own miss. Williamson against George. Williamson outside. And the three off target. The Bulls shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Okongwu dishes to Sexton. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Pass to George from past the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They host the Kings after this game, and that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand. Count it. Williamson's got 8 points.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
Chicago trailing here. Outside, Levine. Now, here's Sexton, covered by Payton. Pass to George. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Timeout.
Sexton's got 3 assists in the game. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And Los Angeles with some changes. Smith checked in for Zion Williamson. And it's Nesmith in for Christian Braun. And so Payton will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Nesmith. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Levine. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's a 3-point Chicago lead.
Nice job there by Levine, making the extra pass and putting it on the money.
Smith outside. Here's Lively. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Taking a look at the Clippers. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team can take it to another level if they get rolling.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside, Peyton. Pass to Neesmith. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Chicago. They're on a 17-6 run. Klingon finds Sexton. With one on the clock, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Chicago Bulls, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Chicago Bulls. Could come down to the last shot. Let me ask, when you guys were playing, which teammate of yours was the best clutch scorer?
Well, I had a few. Kobe, Big Shot Bob, Derek Fisher, but my favorite is Ernie Bartholomew Johnson.
Ooh, Ernie, that's a big shot maker. But I'm going to go with Big Shot Bob, too.
Yeah.
Because we both played with him.
Yes, you did, and nice to see you agreeing on something for a change. And so, thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Los Angeles Clippers.
You can see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to be pleased with the pace. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Clippers trail by 6. Taking a look at the Bulls. Donovan Klingon out there with Okongwu. Then it's Buzelis. Then it's George. And it's Levine in at point guard.
With the skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's Klingon. Lively defending. Stolen by Lively. And here is Neesmith. Lively with the screen. Here's Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Pass to Okongwu. And here's George for 3. Drills it from outside. George has got 30.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Neesmith, the pass to Doncic. In the corner, Lively with it. Shot clock at 6. Here's Williamson. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Levine. Now, here's Okongwu. And here's George for 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Doncic passes to Lively. Here's Neesmith. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And the first one at the line is good. And he can't hit the second. The Bulls leading by 6. And here's Levine. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. That's such a tough finish. Levine with outstanding focus to score through contact.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. The two-time dunk champion, Zach LaVine, can hammer it down, Coach, or he can bury one from 3.
Well, that's right, Kevin. And look, he came into the league with that great athletic ability, and we all marveled at it. But this guy's really gone to work on his skills, and he's become one of the most efficient shooters in this league from any range on the floor. This guy has gone from great athlete to great player.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Paul George. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. He's around 30 points per clip, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Clinging with it. Lively's there. Off on the layup.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Now, here's Neesmith. Defended by George. Johnson, wide open. He fires. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists tonight. Pass to Buzelis. Doncic against Levine. Left side, George. Got a hand on it. Johnson outside. And here is Doncic. Count the basket and the foul. It's on Zach LaVine.
Well, with Luka Doncic, we're talking about a 6'6", 230-pound point guard, tough to contain when he's aggressive.
And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Williamson outside. Back to Doncic. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Chicago leading by 3. Back to Okongwu. Chicago now working with the new shot clock. A nice shot by Clingan.
I love how hard Klingon works that offensive glass, using his size in that situation.
And they double up Doncic. Neesmith, the pass to Doncic. Over Levine, and the Clippers miss again. The Bulls have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Outside, George. That 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
That doesn't go either for Doncic. Chicago's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Pass to Levine. And they recover it. Here's Buzelis. Clock at 6. Levine passes to George. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the Bulls making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And let's bring up a list of some of the NBA's hottest players. Among shooting guards, these are the leading scorers over the course of the last month. Second is Zach LaVine.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
Yeah, all of these guys can carry your team offensively over long stretches.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers trail by 8. Outside Leonard. Payton outside. Back to Leonard. Over Okongwu. That one wide left. For Chicago, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. And now, Allie Laporte says something for us from the sideline.
Thank you. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
And tonight we've also seen a lot of great play from them inside. They've been consistent in terms of attacking the interior of this D.
Every team could use a player like Christian Braun, a guy who fills in the gaps and is willing to lay his body on the line for the betterment of the team.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Rebound by the Bulls. George has got 6 rebounds now in the game. LaVine, whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
Free throw good, LaVine.
Look, he's an ideal modern wing. LaVine has tremendous athleticism, length, a great three-point shot. He's been productive for years.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Leonard. Pass to Okongwu. Now, here's George. Klingon the screen for George. Monkovic with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Outside Leonard. Over Jackson. And it's Leonard missing. The Bulls leading by 11. Okongwu kicks to George. From the high post. Monkovic with the rebound. Monkovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brown the pass to Payton. Outside Leonard. 2 points. That one goes. Leonard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. George passes to Jackson. Pass to Payton. Outside Leonard. Back to Payton. 5 on the clock. Smith the pass to Brown. Here's Matkovic. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Okongwu's now got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Jackson finds Levine. Here's George. Okongwu a screen. They need this one. The Clippers grab the miss. Pass to Smith. Back to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Smith the pass to Payton. Back to Smith. Over to the left wing. There's the triple. Payton can't get it to go.
And they continue to control the glass.
Okongwu kicks to Levine. Back to Okongwu. The 3 from George. Matkovic with the rebound. Matkovic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Payton. Now Smith. Defended by George. A putback. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. A minute 42 left to play in the third. And here's Jackson, covered by Payton. Clingan with the bounce pass. Outside, George, 4 on the shot clock. Misses the 3.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Now, here's Payton. Not a lot of room. Brown against Jackson. Pass to Leonard. This one for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Leonard's got 21 in the game.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Payton against Levine to the middle. Here's Clingan. And it's Clingan with the jam.
A powerhouse slam. Clingan gave it everything on that one.
Pass to Brown. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Okongwu finds George. Here's Clingan. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And stolen by Okongwu. Outside, George. Back to Okongwu. Pass to Clingan. Misses the baby hook. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Bulls. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Christian Brown. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's Payton. And it's Matkovic, and it's a foul. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And Aldama slams it in.
Well, at nearly 7 feet, throwing it down is probably almost effortless for Aldama.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Levine. And the jam by Levine.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Outside Leonard, the three. That's in, coming off an assist from Peyton. Peyton's got 5 assists in the game.
You set him up, more often than not, Leonard will knock him down.
Jackson, a screen on Brown. Levine against Brown. Levine's shot is off. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard finds Peyton. Back to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Pass to Brown. Here's Matkovic, guarded by Jackson. Matkovic's shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Levine inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Very difficult to just stop Kawhi inside. He's a powerful player who commits to his attacks.
First free throw is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And they are shooting themselves in the foot here. They've lost their touch at the line. The percentage continues to drop from where it was in that first half.
Here's Jackson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to Brown. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And again, no good by the Clippers. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Bulls. It's deflected.
Using that near 7-foot frame, Aldama says not today.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And the 7-footer, Sante Aldama. You know, Stan, he looks like a guard out there at times.
Oh, the way this guy has improved since he's come into the league is phenomenal. You know, this is a guy who's gotten better as a shooter, more consistent, more efficient. But then he's added, like you said, his ability to put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, and his ability to pass off the dribble. This is a very skilled big man.
And stolen by Sexton. Now here's Jackson, guarded closer. Outside, Sexton. Off target from outside.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Here's Buzelis, offensive rebound. Here's Jackson. The shot off that time.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Pass to Leonard. Here's Matkovic from the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
Jackson setting the pick here for Levine. Now here's Jackson. And here's the break. 3-pointer, Peyton. Rebounded by Jackson. The Bulls have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the 3rd. Pretty cold down the stretch. Levine dishes to Sexton. Here's Buzelis. Knocked away. Buzelis sets a screen for Levine. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Levine's got 10 points in just the second half. Peyton with it. Pass to Nesmith. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Levine. Here's Sexton. Jackson passes to Levine. The open look here for Sexton. Another 3 for Chicago.
Solid from deep. Sexton is a guy you want taking those.
Pass to Leonard. Fires from deep. Matkovic's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 8. Inside, here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
Payton passes to Leonard. Looking to end the run. Pass to Matkovic. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Levine. Outside Leonard. Now here's Nesmith. Down low. Here's Leonard. And Zach Levine pulls it down. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Pass to Sexton from downtown, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And here's Leonard. Here's Matkovic. Oh, good on the 3.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Sexton with the bounce pass. Outside Levine. And another miss by Chicago.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Payton against Sexton. Payton passes to Aldama. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Nesmith. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world, so there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Okongwu's checked in for Jackson. And it's Paul George in for Sexton.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Pass to Okongwu. Outside, George. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Doncic against Levine. He's off from 3.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
Here's George. Jackson with the screen. Rebounded by Lively. Clippers trail by 11. And he does not hit. The Bulls shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Now here's Levine. Nesmith covering.
And that's just an outstanding job by Levine to take advantage of the situation and force the defender to overcommit.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Levine. Christian Brown's checked in for Aaron Nesmith. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Donovan Clingan, he's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. So he gets them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Doncic. Impressive work inside from Doncic. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 13-4 run. Not gonna go. Clippers trail by 11. That one misses. And so here is Chicago. Here's Okongwu. Brown. Good! Some old school moves in the post.
Yeah, it's 6'6" with good hops. Brown isn't your average guard. He does very well down low.
And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Doncic against Levine. Clingan the screen for George. And the three misses.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Here's Lively. Paul George with the steal. 55 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Buzelis. Guarded by Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zach LaVine. Off target from outside. Here's Los Angeles now. 9-point game. Leonard. And he misses the J. Now Okongwu. And that one is good.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
One shot.
Okongwu, no good on the free throw.
Well, what I like most about Okongwu is his switchability defensively. He has the size to battle down low and the quickness to guard on the perimeter.
He drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10. All free throws good from Doncic. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Well, Paul, this team seems to be rounding into shape. What is your sense of the chemistry right now?
Really good, real beneficial. It's great that we was able to pick this win up. That's what it's about. We don't care if it's a blowout or if it's a close one. We need to learn how to do both. So it's great. We were able to pick this up. Good quality team win.
Good luck on continuing to build that chemistry.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Paul George.